It's the 2K.
Ernie Johnson joined by Shaquille O'Neal. Kenny the Jet Smith, thanks for tuning in. You're watching the NBA on 2K Sports. Our game tonight featuring the New York Knicks as they go up against the Philadelphia 76ers. For Philadelphia, they struggled in this matchup last season. Only one win for them through 4 games. They'd like to make a statement tonight. And while we have a moment here, another discussion topic. Shaq, you are one of the most physical players the league has ever seen. Who would you say right now are the league's most physical players?
Sorry to correct you, Ernie, not one of the most, the most. But anyway, Ernie, to
you're
answer your
not
question,
sorry to correct me. You take great pleasure in correcting.
And one of the most humblest.
Elbow sandwich, that's right. So let me go, Ernie. Let's see. Point guards, how about Russell Westbrook? Shooting guards, I'm going to go with maybe D. Wade or Lance Stevenson.
Okay.
And at the small forward,
That's easy.
I got to go with the greatest of the game, LeBron King James.
Well, since he took the smaller guys, which is
Welcome, everyone. Let's get ready for some NBA basketball on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. Looking at the last game for the New York Knicks, it was a win against the Hawks in Atlanta. And just one look at the score tells you all you need to know. They were dominant in just about every area. And what a big-time opportunity this is, folks. We're going to see.
And really, he epitomizes what a point guard should be. I mean, his skill as a passer might actually be matched by that creativity he shows around the rim.
Well, judging by that jam, Greg, I'd say you're absolutely right.
Boy, that's a nice surge for them just when they needed it in a game that was so tight.
That Kia Slam Cam replay really gave you a good look at the action. All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. So on the floor for Philadelphia, Robert Covington out there with Carl Landry. Then there's Okafor. Then it's Smith. And it's Jeffries in at the 2 spot. Here's Johnson. He picked up 39 points in their last one against Atlanta.
And he also chipped in with a couple blocks in that game. Just a hint at the impact he had on the defensive side.
Steps back and fires. Does not find the mark. He's made 2 and missed 1 now. Now the pass to Landry. No one near him. Can't get it to fall, and he's missed the second after making his first. Dishes it to Afflalo. Misses the 3. 76ers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
I was able to catch up with the head coach of the 76ers. He said that they will be focusing a lot of their defensive effort into slowing down Carmelo Anthony. I asked him for specifics, and he said, Melo is such a dynamic player, there really isn't any single thing we'll do that will be the answer. Instead, we're just going to throw everything we have at him and see how he handles it. Guys?
Great. Thanks for the report, Doris. The 76ers have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Smith kicks to Landry. Does not find the basket. His second miss. He's now 1 for 3. Oh, and the jam by Anthony.
Phenomenal alley-oop slam right there, guys.
They're taking advantage, Clark, of a team that looks lost out there.
Guys, this one is threatening to get really ugly.
Covington passes to Smith. Picked by Okafor. Smith dishes to Okafor. And it's sent back by Lopez. Johnson outside. To Porzingis, pulls it from 20, and again Carmelo Anthony. Anthony's got his second bucket.
They got themselves in front with some outstanding shooting right off the bat.
It's been a complete technical dominant performance out here. They are in a zone.
Okafor with a screen on Anthony. Covington kicks to Okafor and fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
No question about it, Greg. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the officials.
Both free throws good for Okafor. So for New York, their last game, a win against Atlanta.
And guys, they could have won that game on the strength of their offense alone. It was that good.
And most impressive when you do it on the road like that. They just kept coming at him wave after wave, and they really kept the crowd on mute in that one.
Hey, they got the shot they wanted off of that pick, but it just doesn't fall.
Yeah, it didn't go down, but you'll take that shot every single time, Greg. That's good offense.
To the middle, here's Anthony, and he was fouled in the act of shooting. Chance here now for a three-point play.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
Great ball movement.
And the Knicks making a change here. Williams is checked in. Nerlens Noel checks in for Philadelphia. So for the 76ers, their last game, a win against the Clippers.
And in that game, guys, I mean, the beneficiary of what was some very lackluster defense being played against them.
Agreed, guys. It was really quite shocking and disappointing how many free runs to the hoop they got.
Johnson for three. Up and in for the basket. Number 4. That makes him 4 for 5 now.
Boy, has he put his foot on the pedal here this quarter. He's doing a terrific job in terms of leading their offense.
Smith the pass to Noel. Rebound by Williams. New York with the ball. They're on a 17-6 run. Johnson outside.
Move the ball. Stick it front.
There's a good screen. Shot clock at 6. Excellent use of the screen that time. Johnson's got 12 in the game.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
And to battle back, they've got to shore up the defense. I mean, there's no other way to come back from a deficit unless you play good defense.
And now, in transition, it's a Flalo. Here we go. Free ball falls through. Another from Johnson. 15 points in the game.
Oh, they are putting the hammer down. A huge lead right now.
Yeah, and it doesn't matter if we're talking about their offense or their defense. I mean, it's all been good.
Out of bounds. Philadelphia takes possession.
All right, a chance to look at stats for Smith. Some last season stats for him. Last season, put up about 7 points a game, 8 assists, and 3 rebounds. And this is the kind of strong, steady play you like to see. He's earning his keep and helping them win games.
And guys, they're finally getting the consistency they wanted to see from him. Look for that to continue.
Zeller, he's checked in for the Knicks. Gerald Green comes in for Aaron Aflalo. The 76ers shooting their third and fourth free throw attempts of the game. Kyle O'Quinn, he's checked in for the Knicks. No luck that time either. The Knicks leading by 16. Johnson outside. "16 feet away. Not enough on that one as it misses.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
The 76ers trail by 16. The feed to Anderson. Can they get it? And the shot is good. We've got 1:08 left to play in the first. Johnson outside.
Move the ball.
Outside, Green. Back to Johnson. Good for another basket. He's put up 10 shots and made 7 of them.
Their defense just hasn't been able to slow them down.
And that's a big reason why they're trailing, surrendering too many easy baskets.
Off target with his 3.
Tell you what, they haven't wasted any time getting into the swing of things on the boards.
And even this early, that's a good omen for the rest of the game.
And he dunks it down.
Couldn't have dreamed of a much better start here than they've had today.
I think the offensive game plan they came in with was right on point. It's worked perfectly, and the lead they already have is proof in the pudding.
Here's Anderson. Shoots. And it is good. And a chance to hear from former number 2 overall pick Derek Williams about his focus.
Just getting to the basket more, being able to finish with the defender in front of me. I think getting to the line a lot more as well. I think, getting to the line and finishing at the basket.
2 huge improvements for him. Greg, can he do more?
Definitely. He's already taken a big leap forward, and there's plenty more room for him to grow. He could become a real beast in this league.
Welcome back, folks. We'll see if we're in store for a more tightly contested quarter as we move here into the second. And the Knicks guys have been rolling right along here, haven't they?
I just like the way they're getting out in the open floor, taking advantage of all those fast break chances here early on.
I agree with you, Greg. I mean, they can run, and they've done a good job filling the lanes in transition.
And a whole new group out on the floor right now for the Knicks. Some changes for Philadelphia. Smith against Johnson. Smith dishes to Okafor. Philadelphia moving the ball around. Another miss by Philadelphia.
Major defensive lapse right there. I mean, he's not a player you can leave open for a jump shot. You've got to stay attached to him. They're lucky he couldn't punish them for it.
Johnson, the pass to Porzingis. Here's a Afflalo, and it's Philadelphia with the rebound. Covington's got his 3rd rebound on the night. From 8, can't get it to go. Now the Knicks take it the other way, and this is the first season matchup for them against this 76ers team.
And as you would expect, they came out on top in last season's series against this club, but no reason to expect anything different this time around.
Exactly. Guys, they're clearly the better team, but you can't take anybody for granted. They're all NBA players. They get their checks twice a month across the league, so you've got to come prepared and focused and ready to play.
Here's Anthony. Basket is good. The assist from Johnson. Johnson's got 3 assists now in this one. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Knicks.
And it's been about their defense. They're playing with a frenetic pace, putting a lot of pressure on the ball handlers and forcing turnovers.
Another big aspect of their game tonight has been the fast break, transition opportunities. They're really keeping it up tempo so far. Well, we've got a moment here now, Kevin, to look back to last year's Knicks. 1st in free throw shooting, 8th in scoring, and they were in the top 10 in steals as well. I mean, this is a team that really gets after people defensively. Deflections, pressure on the ball, all of that leads to steals.
And don't forget how special they were at the foul line. Sometimes that can be an underrated stat, but they were tremendous, and it definitely sealed some wins down the stretch.
Johnson against Smith. Now the dish to Jeffries. Gets the jumper from the corner to fall. Jeffries got his 2nd basket of the night. The Knicks have gone 8 of 13 in the second quarter, well above the 50% mark from the field. 1:46 left in the first half of the game. Johnson with it. Now guarded by Noel. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. Here's the 2K leaderboard with last season's best free throw shooting teams. Number 1, the Knicks.
Not only did they shoot a high percentage from the line, Kevin, but this team was outstanding in getting to the line at a high rate. You know, guys found a way to take it up a notch in terms of their free throw shooting. And that's always a key component in winning basketball games.
And that one's good.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
The Knicks leading by 22. Johnson outside. Lopez a screen. Johnson kicks to Lopez. Here's Afflalo, and again it's New York.
And they've worked the ball around so well tonight for those quality looks from mid-range.
Well, it's interesting. The defense continues to back off, expecting them to attack the rack, but they just continue to pull up and knock down those mid-range jumpers.
The 76ers shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight.
Yeah, they're up towards the bottom of the league there. Last season, they only shot about 70%.
And, you know, whenever they get into a stretch where it looked like maybe they would turn it around at the line, they would immediately take a step back.
Good on the second free throw. 46 seconds left to play in the first half. And that's going to be a turnover. They call him for 8 seconds.
My fault. My fault.
This 76ers squad is struggling. Smith outside. Lopez with the steal. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. And they call the 8-second violation. Too much time getting it up court.
They're losing their concentration here, guys. Some sloppy play going on right now.
Yeah, 2 turnovers in a row, and that's always a recipe for disaster.
He's guarded by Johnson. It's stolen by Johnson. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Johnson.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
Down low. 1 second left. Can't capitalize inside. A dominating first half of basketball. And so far, hasn't been close. Knicks out front.
Certainly good numbers from you shooting the ball in the first half. What has been your approach on offense?
And as we begin the second half, first half wasn't even close, guys, and we'll see if there is a comeback on our hands or more of the same as we get the third quarter started. You look at Freak in this game, he has been everywhere.
And, you know, I'm not sure that he can continue to shoot the 3 as well as he has up to this point. He has been lights out.
You know, sometimes, Greg, you have those nights where the basket just looks twice as large as it is. Grand Canyon size. It might be one of those nights for him.
Taking a look at the 76ers, they've got Smith. Carl Landry is out there with Okafor. Then it's Robert Covington, and it's Jeffries in at the 2. And, oh, here we go. Smith's got it, the fast break chance. Bounces high off the rim and drops. Here's Johnson. 19 points in the game. And a minute played as the second half gets going. Lopez a screen, and they call an illegal screen here.
And now we get a chance to check out Carmelo Anthony. Last season, he played outstanding. He averaged about 23 points per, 7 rebounds, and 6 assists. They're loving how he's running the show here. His sensational passing really breathing life into their offense.
You know, the scheme just seems to run much more smoothly when he's in the game because he knows where everybody is at all times.
And you can see the difference with their ability to win with their speed, guys.
Boy, I love the pace and flow that their open court offense has been played with. I mean, it's been humming quietly but very efficiently.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And really a reflection of their superior effort level to this point. It seems to me they've gone after this win a little bit more. He's been one of their more reliable options today, guys. I mean, his shooting has led them to this lead.
Knicks fans, these are your Knicks City Dancers. Go on and give it up.
Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Kevin, during that last break, I heard the 76ers coach as he addressed his team. If what he talked about is a true indication, the pick and roll is going to be their go-to play from now on. He sees that as being their best option offensively. He also wants them to concentrate on working as a team at the offensive end. Passing, patience, and teamwork. Those were the messages. Well, they need to make something happen before the start of the fourth quarter, and maybe those changes will do the trick, Kevin.
Thank you, Doris.
Where's the box out? Some easy second chance opportunities there.
Those kinds of mistakes drive me crazy and will absolutely derail a team's chance to win.
Johnson goes in, and he bangs it home with one hand.
And that fella can flat out fly, can he?
Reminds me of a young Greg Anthony out of UNLV.
Goodness.
No doubt about that. Just look at the elevation he climbed to right there.
Kevin, you just made my knees hurt.
That's what sets him apart from so many other point guards in the NBA.
There's the triple. And again, New York with the triple.
Well, and this run really triggered by their transition offense.
And you can see the momentum swinging now. They've gotten a huge boost of energy, and now the offense starting to click.
And he gets the bucket. And it's 6 points for Smith.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
That's right. 5 of their last 6 makes were on the interior. They've established their inside presence.
And the Knicks making a change here. Calderon's checked in. Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. And the officials signal the backcourt violation. Not very careful there.
Well, let's take a look at where Philadelphia ended up rank-wise in the league last year. 7th in opponent points per game, 12th in blocks. And they closed out the season in the top half of the NBA in second chance points, but they were hoping to do better in that area, just didn't quite get it done.
And back to their ranking in terms of opponents' points per game. Kind of an old-school stat, but sometimes pace of play can factor in. But make no mistake, they made things difficult for their opponents.
They set the pick. Okafor with a screen on Johnson. Out to the right wing. Covington inside the line. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time. Covington's got 4 points this quarter. Johnson up top, covered by Smith. Down low, and he banks in the layup. Porzingis has got 7.
Sound offensively, really no other way to put it here in the second half.
There's really no comparison between the teams in terms of the way they've both shot the ball since the break.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Landry, again, Philadelphia.
Easy little jumper for him right there, guys.
New York's gotten the 3-ball working for them in the second half. They've hit 3 out of 3 shots from long range. Okafor with the steal. Fast break, Philadelphia. Smith kicks to Okafor, and the 76ers tack on 2 more.
Boy, guys, they've shown some great passing on their last few trips down the floor. Excellent.
4 straight passes leading to scores. Great team play.
Johnson goes in, right block shot, and the jumper falls for him. Johnson's got 13 points here in the second half alone.
What a top-notch game he's having. He's gotten them in front, and it sure seemed like he's going to keep them there. All by himself, it looks like.
And a fast break now for the Knicks. Calderon leading the charge. And again, New York with the triple. And let's get your take, guys, on the hustle stats for the Knicks.
Defensively, they played with a lot of energy, and the steals we've seen are a result of that aggressiveness.
They've repeatedly gotten out on the break tonight as well and scored a lot of baskets in transition.
The 76ers have had a disappointing game so far from the line. Only 3 free throws made. So New York going with almost an entire new group here. Cody Zeller's checked in for Lopez. Kyle O'Quinn comes in for Porzingis. Williams, he's checked in for Anthony. And it's Gerald Green in for Jose Calderon. They set the pick. Johnson dishes to O'Quinn. It's good with the assist that time from Johnson.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And, Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know he doesn't miss too many open looks like that.
Just a really solid display there of rebounding. They've done it really all game.
Dominating on the glass, Greg. I mean, a huge advantage for them in that particular category.
And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up.
In a moment here, let's check out the numbers for O'Quinn. Last season's performance for him. Last season put up about 5 points a game, 7 rebounds, and 2 assists. And he gives them a nice rotation on the front court. He is a quality reserve.
Well, you know, he's not as developed skill-wise as some guys, but you can't teach size. So he's a valuable backup for this team in that regard.
And the 76ers making a change here. Anderson's checked in. Guarded by Green. Johnson over to help. And here's Anderson for three. No good. New York's gotten all 4 of the three-point shots to go down since halftime. They're lighting it up here. Zeller, a screen on Anderson. A second chance effort, and Zeller with the lay-in.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
Greg, the play in the paint has gone almost entirely all their way.
The 76ers with another miss. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Johnson, a wide-open look, and again, New York with the triple.
Man, they came out smoking here from beyond.
And Greg, as hot as they are from out there, absolutely no reason at all not to just keep letting them fly.
It's Anderson with the drive. And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. It's the Knicks opening up a huge gap. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back in just... Welcome back as we get ready to start the fourth quarter. Some changes here for the 76ers. Okafor's checked in, and Nerlens Noel subbed in for Thompson. Johnson, he's in at the point. Robin Lopez out there with Porzingis. Then there's a follow, and it's Anthony in at the 3 slot. That's the 5 for New York right now.
Great job to hit his teammate on that move, Kevin.
A different look for New York. So no problem for New York as they get the win. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
Yeah, they were clicking in every way. I mean, all cylinders go.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Many thanks, Kevin. So now we move on to our Jordan Player of the Game, Freak. Just a monster first quarter of the game. He came out hot and just never cooled down. And that'll do it for tonight. For Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Harlan, and our illustrious 2K Sports crew, this is
You guys have been making it look too easy the last few games. How long do you think this will last?
We don't think about that. To us, there is no winning streak. We go into each game feeling like we can win, and we do everything in our power to make that happen. Simple as that. It's the only way you can approach this kind of thing without driving yourself crazy. You know what I mean?
You must be frustrated with all those mistakes out there tonight. What are you going to do to try to limit those next time out?
I just got to be better, man. It's unacceptable how many times I turn the ball over. Unacceptable. I'm disappointed in myself, and I'm sure my teammates are disappointed in me too. So if anything, I got to make this up to them. They deserve better.
That was your first official game as a starter. How'd it feel?
That felt great. To me, this is a huge step on the way to living the dream. I can't wait to see what the future has in store. But I know if my man Vic has anything to say about it, that things are about to get crazy. Real crazy. Anyway, that's all I got to say. Thank you.